nothing I say reflects the military or Marine Corps' view on anything. I had to put that disclaimer out there.
My views are strictly mine and everyone else's.
What he said, but not exactly what he said.
This is the Aptitude Outdoors Podcast, where we interview travelers, explorers, and outdoorsmen and women to bring you the best tips and stories from around the world.
All right, so this is the first ever Aptitude Outdoors Podcast in a hot tub.
Paul on a spall.
Paul on a spall. I'm out here with my cousin Ryan, North Carolina.
Howdy.
Little road trip, and today we went on one hell of a mountain biking adventure. Probably not so much for you, but for me, it was pretty gnarly compared to...
It was an adventure being behind you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, going as slow as humanly possible, but man, I haven't got to see you I don't know.
It's been a while, a year and a half?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So last time I was up there, Thanksgiving? No. Some holiday?
No. It was last summer.
My birthday?
Summertime.
It was warm. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, I came down here to visit, and you're like, dude, we gotta go to the Whitewater Center here in Charlotte. And I was super scared because I've never mountain biked anywhere besides Northwest Ohio, which we have zero elevation gain.
There's a couple hills there.
And your father-in-law is a super badass mountain biker.
That's a fact.
And I was really scared to go out today, but it was pretty badass. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be because we weren't actually in the mountains.
Yeah, that one's not in the mountains. It's Sherman Branch is very, not tame. It's got quite a few drops and jumps and whatnot, but it's not like you're doing just straight downhill mountain biking by any means.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we're sniffling, we were just in the basement of Ryan's in-laws, and they shut the kerosene heater off, and we didn't realize it because we were just sitting down there for hours drinking beer.
Yeah.
And my nose just started running uncontrollably. We stepped outside to set up the podcast, and it was just like, oh my God, what just happened to me?
Step back inside. I'm inside of that kerosene heater.
I'm trying to catch back up with breathing fresh air.
Reality.
Oh my God. But man, it's super badass down here in North Carolina. I mean, I've been down here once or twice to visit you. I think it was once. But we didn't really do much outdoors
Twice.
stuff.
You brought me my first car.
You brought your first car down
2013, and then you came again a few years ago, and you went kayaking.
Yep.
We all went kayaking. That was fun.
Yeah, we went kayaking. Where was that? On the military base? Camp
Yeah,
Lejeune?
that was on Camp Lejeune on New River.
Super pissed we didn't see any alligators. I'm still pissed about that.
It's messed up because I go out there and I see them all the time. And I'm usually pissed that I'm seeing them because I'm like, oh, good, I'm walking through this. This is fun. I like this.
But you see them on base?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
When you're training?
Yeah, so not so much on Camp Lejeune, but over on New River when we do hikes, we go out down to the swamps and stuff, and you'll see them time to time over there.
The military base blew me away when I was on it because I'm obviously not in the military, never have been. But you drove us around, dude. It was freaking took us 40 minutes to get to the beach or something, or 20 minutes?
From our house, it's about 30, but driving all the way around the base, you could go 45 minutes easy.
Jesus Christ. It's pretty badass, though, because you guys get to, blow stuff up. What do you do?
I'm an anti-tank missile gunner. Currently, I teach new anti-tank missile gunners, so I teach them how to shoot missiles and blow up tanks.
That's a pretty sick job.
I enjoy it. It's kind of fun.
He's always sending me videos of, dudes launching gigantic rockets and, exploding stuff that's super far away.
Missiles. Rockets are stupid.
Okay, shut
Missiles
up.
are smart.
Dude, I'm just a civilian. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm letting you know you're wrong.
Quite often I'm wrong. But it was crazy because we both, you got into mountain biking before me, kind of when you moved down here, I think.
Not much before you, but yeah, a little bit.
But you're way better at it than me. And what the hell? How did you get into it with was it the father-in-law or was it?
Yeah, 100% was him. I did it occasionally growing up. We'd go up to Camp Barrico way up in Michigan. I'd rent a bike up there, or not rent it, but they had the summer camp, whatever you want to call it. I'd go up there and they'd have little mountain biking trips, and it was fun. I only did it 3 or 4 times. But down here, her dad's super into it. And he's always got $5,000-$10,000 bikes. I was like, no, I'm not riding it. I'm not borrowing your bike. You're high. There's not a chance. I can't afford to fix your bike. My car is not worth as much as your bike is.
That's kind of how I felt today because I didn't bring my bike down because I was telling you, I went to U-Haul to get it installed.
Oh, the hitch?
Yeah, paid for a trailer hitch, and I called them to schedule getting it installed, like, I want to say it was 4 times at least, and they just kept, like, literally saying, oh, you're gonna have to talk to someone, and then I would like wait on the phone for 45 minutes and be like, yeah, we got you scheduled for Saturday. So I like make all these plans to get on to, like, the U-Haul and get my shit installed, and I call them like the day of, like, all right, well, I'm on my way, how long do you think it's gonna take? And they're like, we don't have you on the schedule. It literally happened to me like 4 times. I was like, I want my money back. This is absolutely bullshit.
Yeah, it's a couple bolts. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Go under. Bzz, bzz. All right, have a nice day, dude.
Yeah, so I couldn't bring my bike down, but then you and your father-in-law were like, oh, you can just ride our bikes, and both of you have like he has really, really nice bikes, and you have a really, really nice bike.
It's on the same level. I just bought it used.
Yeah, and it's badass.
It is. I'm very happy with that. I got a great deal.
What is it?
It's Evil Following.
The hell is it?
Evil is the brand. Dave Weigel, he's huge in the mountain biking community. He's designed pretty much all the suspensions that are really well made and work extremely well. He started that company. He left. I don't know the exact history, but he's ginormous in the mountain biking. He's got the DW links, the Evil, it's called the Delta pivot suspension. Dave's extra legitimate travel apparatus is what it stands for. It's the stupid trunnion in the back, the thing that pivots when you squish it. And 2016, I think. I found a dude a couple hours away that was selling it because he got a brand new, super crazy bike. He's like, yeah, I just want to get rid of it. I was like, I'll take it. He got it for like half off.
You called me. You were like, yeah, dude, I totally just took out a credit card to buy this.
It was 20 months, interest-free. Why not pay it off with 0 interest? I don't see the problem here.
Well, yeah, when you have, well, you had a mountain bike before that. It was like you brought it one of the times you came
probably 3-4 years ago. Yeah,
you brought it up, and I think I didn't own a mountain bike then.
No,
you rode, and I was trying to like rent one, but it was like weird. You were up there in like a weird time, like I was working or something, and we couldn't get it to happen. But last time you came up, we rode the Oak Openings mountain bike trail, and I remember saying like, oh, dude, you're gonna think this sucks because you're like riding down the mountains and stuff, but you said it wasn't that bad. How does it compare to like other mountain bike trails that you've been on? Well,
I live in Jacksonville, North Carolina, like on Camp Lejeune, so there's literally one trail within an hour, and technically there's 2. There's another one that's like 1.5 miles long, but the one on base is 7 miles, and it's nothing but roots constantly. I think you might have more elevation than I do on camp. It's terrible. It is god-awful. Right now, they're in the process of building a whole new trail system out in town. It probably won't be that long, probably 7 to 10 miles, but anything's got to be better than that. They used to have a bunch of, like, wooden obstacles, like little skinnies and some drops and whatnot, but the base shut it down because, like, ooh, that's dangerous. You can go out and shoot people, but you can't ride on these wooden things on a bike. I was really confused by that. But I think it's because the corporation that runs it's MCCS. They're kind of like the monopoly of all events on military bases, and it's like, no, it's a liability. We don't want to deal with it. And play the shit down.
Dude, that's stupid.
Yeah, but no, in comparison, it's really not that bad of a trail. It's what, 13 miles, 12 miles?
The one in Oak Openings, yeah. It's a pretty nice trail. I haven't got to ride it for a few months because I've been working and shit. But like, the reason I'm down here is I just quit my job, and I'm like starting a new job, and I was like kind of scheduled the exit and entrance of the 2 so that I could
have a nice little
take
gap.
a road trip and like basically score an extra 2 weeks of vacation. So
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Taking time off before you go to college.
But I've already been out of college for like 5 years.
You are old as shit, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty old. Oh man, but speaking of being old, man, I could barely keep up with you guys today. My freaking quads were just burning the whole time.
Dave, Alexa's father, he's insane when it comes to mountain biking. I am constantly trying to keep up with him, and he does a great job at like putting on a show. Like, oh yeah, you're doing good, man. Great job. Like, yeah, thanks. And then if we ever go with him and his buddies, like, obviously he's gonna want to keep up with his buddies that are on par with him, or maybe a little bit better, or worse, whatever. And they'll take off, and I'm like, Yeah, dude, I'll just meet you when I'm done. Just do an extra lap or something. I'll catch up.
That's
Like, no, dude, you're doing great. You've only been doing this for 2 years. Good job. You're like 30 years older than me. It's pathetic.
The problem that I have is like, I don't really, like, I understand the basics. Like, I understand like what you should be doing because I've watched a ton of YouTube videos on it. Because like obviously, if you're doing
That's all
something
it
like
takes
that,
to be good at anything.
yeah. So
I figured it out.
so I learned how to podcast.
That's how I learned to do a lot of weird things.
But like, I like to understand the fundamentals of like what needs to happen to like get better. But like in practice, so freaking hard.
It is hard, and especially where you're at, you don't have too much to work with. Like I said, it's not a bad trail all you have. You have some nice little berms, you have some little drops or whatever, but anytime you can build up speed back home, or like in Toledo, there's sand, right, where you need to turn, and you just wash out and eat shit, which I figured out quite quickly when I was there.
Yeah.
But you guys have that skills park at the very beginning of the trail.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parts of there you can work on things. Like it
Highest
might get
elevation in Northwest Ohio.
not wrong. But yeah, right there, if you can practice on those. It's gonna get repetitive. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
you gotta work with what you got. Thankfully, I live in Jacksonville, which is 4.5 hours from here. But out here, Dave's here, and there's just ungodly amount of trails out here.
And he has a hot tub,
And he has a hot tub.
which is like we literally
That's all I need.
sat in the hot tub and hung out. Oh,
Every single night.
yeah, yesterday, I almost forgot about this. It's only been here for a day or 2 days, and I almost forgot that we did this. Yesterday, we went out
It's
to...
Monday. Shit.
Yeah, it's a Monday right now. It's sweet.
I like that. Beer on a Monday in a hot tub.
Beer on a Monday in a hot tub. That's my new favorite segment for Aptitude Outdoors.
Welcome to Paul and a Spa.
Welcome to Paul and a Spa with beer on a Monday in a hot tub. Yesterday we went out to, what was it, South Mountain?
South Mountain. Yep.
It wasn't really anything strenuous, but
No.
a lot
stairs.
of people I see that do like nature photography and landscape photography, they do like a ton of waterfalls.
They have leather bags that fit the exact size of the camera.
Leather bags that are exactly fit to the style of camera. Well, I just got the new 600 millimeter lens, and I just kept saying, like, I was walking around with it. I'm like, I'm just carrying this so I can flex on everybody.
Flexing
here.
on these O's. Nice leather pouch, Grandpa.
But yeah, dude, I was kind of blown away with how much better the camera quality was of the 600 millimeter compared, like, not the camera quality, but the lens quality compared to like my 35 millimeter, like, knockoff.
Yeah. Well, Yoshi,
Yasu.
or whoever makes the fucking lens that you convinced me to buy. Now, they may be inexpensive, not as great as quality glass, but we found out yesterday they're extremely durable.
You ate shit so hard. So we were...
Sorry, Alexa, once she finally watches this.
Yeah.
She won't.
She probably won't.
We'll be okay.
But your wife was telling us yesterday, she's like, oh, the trail has it's a loop. So if you go one way, you can go down the stairs when you come back. I was like, going down the stairs sounds
yeah, so you can take the
awful.
slow, gradual climb and walk up that. I was like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. And then you can walk straight down the stairs. I'm like, you know what? We've done this once before, and those stairs are literally like an inch wide, and you're going straight down. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to pass.
So we decided to take the stairs up, and which was a much better decision.
We figured that out before we even got the real stairs. We got there, and there's a staircase that's probably 10 steps long. I ate shit.
Ate absolute shit. Dropped your camera.
Yeah, I went flying off the railing.
I would say you're at least 10 feet in the air. when you
At
dropped your
least a
camera.
solid basketball hoop.
And you have what, like a Nikon D35?
Yeah, 3500.
100.
Yeah, with the Yogiashu, Yokodima.
It's Young No. Mitsubishi Young No. But
Okay, Nagasaki, got it.
you said you dropped it, and I saw something go flying, and I was like, oh shit. The lens broke off from the frame of the camera.
Yeah, I was really just like, I don't care what the lens, it's a cheap lens, as long as the mount isn't snapped in half.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. I thought it totally snapped
Yeah, I
off from
thought
your
it was
mouth.
metal flying.
And so I kicked you out of the way and ran down there and grabbed your camera.
You had to kick me and slid all the way down. It was fine.
And that's one advantage of going downstairs is it's real fast.
She's not wrong. It would have been a lot quicker.
Just take a little toboggan ride down to the
Yep.
bottom. But
It's the turns that'll get you.
it's the turns that'll get you. That wasn't even like 15 minutes into our hike.
No,
But,
not at all. I mean, technically it was probably like an hour and a half, but of walking time.
Yeah. But luckily, it was just your lens cap that popped off, and like your camera still worked. You were like trying to pull dirt out of the lens.
Oh, I was prying dirt out.
Turn the damn thing on and make sure it works.
I was too scared.
Who cares if it doesn't?
Let me clean this thing off first.
Who cares if there's
take
dirt?
a sentence to like a second to prep myself for a broken camera.
But you were the one. We were out there, and I usually take just like pretty generic landscape photos of like stuff, and I was sitting there, and you had brought up doing the long exposure stuff on the waterfalls, and like I have no waterfalls where I live at all. I mean, it's like a 2-hour drive to find a waterfall, maybe a 4-hour drive, so it like never crosses my mind. And oh yeah, we are pretty close to the airport here too, so sorry about that, people.
Oh yeah, Charlotte Airport's off.
Yeah, whatever.
Kerosene burp.
Beers have you had? Not enough, but
Since we sat down.
yeah, man, I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about.
Waterfalls. Don't chase them.
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls. So yeah, like I never thought about it, and you're like, oh yeah, we should do some. How do they do those long, or what is it, like the long exposures? And then I thought about it. I've never done one. Like I don't think I've ever done long exposure photography except for when I first started, like ever.
Yep.
And
the only time I did it, when I got the first camera, I was like, I'm not fuck with this thing.
Maybe like 6 years ago, I tried it once or something, like a nighttime shot with some like real shitty camera.
It was pouring rain in my backyard. I was like, let me try this.
Yeah.
Long exposure. I'm like, oh, good. Now it just looks like even more shit.
It turned out cool, but the only thing that sucked about it was like there were so many freaking people there.
It was fucking packed.
Which I'm glad. Like, I'm glad there's people in the outdoors, but like...
Yes, but not when I'm there.
There was the bridges that were out there, like, to go over the water, like the river where the waterfall was going, like, they were so narrow.
It's terrible.
Like, I pretty much had to wear my mask the whole friggin' time.
Yeah, because every 2 feet you're fucking walking past somebody. But like, and like for you, like... You thick, like you got a donk, and these poor, like, there's this one little dude trying to walk past you on the bridge. He's like grinding on you, trying to like waddle past. And you're trying to get this shot of the waterfall. It's like, ah.
I also had like a huge
lucky dude
46-liter pack on because I didn't want to I have a lot of gear, but like packs are just like whatever. I just grab whatever.
God, I gotta warm up. Hold on.
Oh,
going on.
Ryan's going in. Yeah, we decided to wear our shirts so we can stay professional on camera.
I forgot my tuxedo.
It's not working. It's not working too well.
This is super professional. Are you kidding me?
But I got this bag to it's like basically a travel / like carry-on flying bag because I'm hoping to do a lot more traveling in the future. And it was all I didn't bring anything with me because it's not like we're doing like crazy backpacking trips or anything.
Tell that to the back of your car.
But the back of my car is totally filled with shit. But yeah, man, like. The bag was sticking out super far too, so these people were just
almost as far as your ass.
Almost.
Not quite.
It's what I'm known for. It's like my signature trait. But
they're weed babies.
People are getting behind the scenes. But yeah, it was kind of weird though, because you randomly got into photography because like you bought your wife a camera and she was like, I don't want this camera, basically. So you started. One day you called me and we talked for like an hour and 45 minutes about cameras, and you've just been taking a ton of pictures. So
yeah, she said my friend back home, Audrey Hefner, photographer, quick little plug. She was selling her used camera, and it was something similar, like intro DSLR, and I was like, all right, yeah. She's like, can you buy that for me? I was like, I mean, call her, I'll try. So I hit her up, and she's like, I don't really want to deal with the shipping. I don't know. I don't want it to break while it's in transit or whatever. And I was like, that's reasonable. So I was like, I'll just find a comfortable camera and buy it. And so I called you. We talked for a couple hours or whatever.
Which is like a weekly occurrence.
Yeah, I get bored on the way home. And then I was like, I'll just get her. You said the Nikon D3500 was a good intro camera. I was like, sure. It's like, I don't really want point and shoot, but I want something that's similar to whatever she had. I forget what the fuck she had. It was whatever. So I got that camera for her, and it comes in the mail for her birthday. I'm like, oh, here you go. And it had the starter pack with like 2 lenses and like all these random fucking add-ons that were pieces of shit. They were fun to play with, though.
That like weird, what is it, like
the macro and wide angle lens attachment.
Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, it attaches to the end of the stock lens. Sure, I was fucking around with it, but she's like, thanks, but I kind of wanted to point and shoot. I was like,
said no one ever.
What? Hold up. You understand the camera I went to buy you, like the used one was like $400, right? So I went for like a similar one, but not used. Okay.
Yeah, you got a hell of a deal on that camera.
Yeah, it was like $300.
Yeah.
With 2 lenses and the body and everything, plus all the fucking stupid shit came with it. I was like, all right, well, we have an expensive camera. Somebody's gonna fucking use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got into it, and it's been fun.
Yeah, I think those. I watched a ton of YouTube videos when I got started, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And they were all saying like, you can buy the Canon or the Nikon lens for like what $200-300, and or you can just buy this like weird knockoff, the one you keep making fun of, the Young No.
Yeah, yeah.
What it's called
Yoshi.
And like, it really does take good pictures. Like I do
They're
a lot.
great.
I have a 50. I have a 35. I'm kind of considering buying a 100mm, and there's probably like professional photographers out there like, oh my god, these idiots. And it's like, bro, I do not get paid money to take photography.
It's going on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, I just love to do it because it's real nerdy and stupid.
Yeah, and they don't look bad. Like,
It's pretty decent.
I mean,
for
sure, you could buy
$75.
your 600mm lens or whatever, and
I
compare.
saved up for 2 years.
Like I said, you could buy that.
I did.
And then compare it to the $50 lens. And be like, yeah, I can definitely see the differences. But at the end of the day, like, it's not like that lens looks like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're good quality photos. You can get some good bokeh. And it looks nice.
Literally, my favorite picture I took yesterday when we were hiking was with the
Flip
cheap
phone.
$35 lens. No, not the flip phone. I don't have a flip phone.
Sorry.
I have an old Samsung Galaxy something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Flip.
yeah, it was like I think to
Wait,
me
$35. What? You said $35 lens. What?
35mm.
Oh, I was like, where's this at? I'll get one. I'll get one tonight.
Yeah.
I think I want to hop on
wish.
Amazon right now.
Well, it's
They're what, 50, 60?
what
The 35?
dollar wise?
Yeah.
I paid the 35 was actually more expensive than the 50. Because 50 is like everybody wants a 50,
Nifty
which is
50.
like it's great for portrait photography but like for
It's
landscape,
fucking annoying though, because
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm like, oh, let me back up 10 feet.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
So I basically I only brought the 30. Oh, there's Bigfoot again.
Sam Squanch.
No,
Tell you what.
this property backs up to what is like a 5-acre woodlot.
Something like
A
that.
4-acre. Last night we were out here in the hot
Super
tub,
deep. It's not very wide, but it's deep. Giggity.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything, but
Not me, I promise.
But yeah, last night we were sitting out here and we may have had like a shitload of beer. I don't know. I think it's fair to say. And we're just chilling out here in the hot tub, and we heard something walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it's Bigfoot, my dude.
Well, here comes Bigfoot.
And then it just stopped. But we were like,
Oh, we heard it 2-3 times. It wasn't just once. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's probably a raccoon or a deer. Whatever. Some fucking small animal.
it was really loud.
I hear it 2-3 more times. I'm like, all right, let me actually listen.
But you and I both spend a shitload of time in the woods.
Yeah, I'm outside a little bit occasionally.
Well, no, for work and stuff. You were telling. Tell that story you told me last night about the
the
stuff you had happen in the woods.
God.
As you told it, that was a sweet story. It was very
it
suspenseful.
sucked. Did not enjoy it.
Do it.
So for work, I'm a combat instructor. I go out and I teach entry-level students, so like your privates of the Marine Corps. At that point in time, like how to land nav, how to patrol, how to do all the typical infantry Marine stuff. And like before you can go be a teacher, you have to go to school to be a teacher. And so part of that is land navigation. I was like, all right, I'm pretty fluent in all this, so it's fine. And so we go through day, whatever, it goes well, and then we go to night, and I'm like looking at my map, I'm plotting my points, I'm like, okay, I know where that's at, because I work over here pretty often. Cool. Next one, I gotta get 3 out of 4. Oh, awesome. It's at least 6-7 miles sprinting on the road, or I can cut straight through the woods and swim through a lake and cut it down to 3.5 miles. Like, well, that's not gonna happen. I'm not doing it. I don't feel like swimming tonight. I was like, all right, well, the first one's close. That's fine. I'll go get it. So I run over to the fucking first intersection. I shoot azimuth off into the woods. Do a pace count. I'm like, all right, 1, 2. Skip a few. All right, we're here. First one, got it. No problem. I leave. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, well, let's get to hauling ass. I'm sprinting down this fucking road. And I get to the next point where I'm going to shoot off into the woods. So I shoot my azimuth, get my pace count. And I'm walking. I'm like, all right, I got like 1,500 meters to go to get this first point, or the next point. I can either go 1,500 meters straight from this intersection, or I can try and like walk 2,000 meters down this road and then hope I'm exactly 2,000 meters and turn left and shoot another azimuth and hope that's accurate. I'm like, that's not going to work very well. I'll get fucked up and end up walking triple the distance. I'm like, all right, I'll just shoot from this intersection. So I go off, I walk 1,500 meters, and I start hearing like rustling in the woods. I'm like, probably a deer or some sort of animal, whatever, it's fine. Keep walking. I got like another kilometer to go. I'm like, whatever. There's other dudes out here doing land nav. Fine. Keep walking. I hear it from like multiple points. Over there and over there. I'm like, hello? Hello? It's like I'm supposed to be sneaky out here. I'm just finding fucking mailboxes in the middle of the woods. Guys? No. Nothing. Okay. Whatever. Keep walking. And then I hear like fucking 2 to 4 noises on each side, like kind of off the front, left and right. I'm like, I don't think deer's really kind of walk in packs and circle people. Well, I got 2 options here. I can turn around and probably fail because all the rest of my points are directly in front of me. Mm-hmm. There's no other option. I can't like walk around. They're all in front of me. There's no other points. Or I can just get them and call it a night. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to send it. So I'm like, I can keep doing my pace count and keep it super accurate and walk slow as fuck through the woods. Or I've got my running pace count. It's the same thing, just sprinting.
Faster.
A lot less accurate, but fuck this. And I just start taking off straight through the woods. And I fucking get to a point where I have to like do a 90-degree offset because there's this giant thicket of thorns and all sorts of terrible shit. And I stop. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll be like super cautious about this. I don't want to fuck up my pace count and start this whole debacle over again. So I'm like, do a 90-degree offset, walk a little bit, and then I hear it again, like fucking rustling, just 360 around me. I'm like, well, I don't have any knives, I don't have a gun, I don't have anything. I guess I can get a stick or something, but I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I'm like, oh. Once again, I can either go back, fail, and come out tomorrow and do the same shit, or just keep going. Well, I look up, and there's like fucking clearing, and like the clouds kind of part, and moonlight comes down, and I just see like glowing eyes. 2 over there. Okay. And I look over there, 2 more, and it's fucking coyotes just in the middle of the fucking woods. 1 or 2, sure. I'll just kick them and hope I'll be alright, but like, there's 4, 5, 6. Man, this is not gonna go well. So I just start screaming, fucking making all the ruckus in the world. Like, oh, if I'm going down loud. It's gonna be real awkward.
That's like, yeah, that is a you thing.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna make this fucking weird. Start humping a coyote. I don't know. Figure out something. Assert my dominance here and now before they're like ripping my jugular out.
It's like that Liam Neeson movie. Was he like duct tape broken bottles to his fist?
Was that where he loses his kids for the 17th time?
Yeah. No, it was the one he was in the middle of the wilderness and they were like this wolf pack was like hunting him.
Oh yeah, The Gray.
The Gray.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I saw it. That's what I imagined when you were telling me this story last night.
Yeah, just a lot more pathetic and like I don't know that much about coyotes, so I know they have teeth and it'd probably suck to die from a coyote attack. So
all I know is they're
scream.
Not native to this part of the country.
No, I don't fucking know.
And they're kind of douchebags.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell a lot and hope they go away. And thankfully they did.
Did you pass?
I did. I passed that time. That was good.
So we're like a lot of the things that. And I generalize a lot of my podcasts because you know me, I'm an idiot. I don't just do whatever the fuck I want all the time. But I noticed
worked pretty well so far.
Yeah. It's kind of my like defining feature.
That and the ass.
The ass, and being a dipshit. So like,
it runs in the blood.
Land nav is something that I want to say like a lot of people who are into the outdoors, they're either really good at or have no clue about land nav. So like, if you could give like a basic
What's the general term for it? Like for you,
Like just
bushwhacking, or is there like a
yeah,
fucking
I mean that's
term?
what you would say in like if you were like hiking up a mountain and then you were going off trail to like get to a summit or something. It would be like bushwhacking. But for the average person, land nav is like not getting lost on a basic ass trail.
Yeah, it's
like because they don't even know how to
turn
read
the wrong
like, a
turn
basic
on
compass reading or like follow signage. So like the basic tenets of land nav, because you teach that shit sometimes, don't you? Yeah.
Not at this point. Like before my current job, I did. Like
So like if you had to break down land nav into like the most simple shit ever, how would you describe it? So like
first
a person
off,
the
read a
street.
map. How to read a map. So for us, we use MGRS, so Military Grid Reference System. Don't quote me on that. Pretty positive that's what it stands for. But we're gonna go with MGRS. It's writing up. So like your eastings and northings, know how to read them and know what the numbers on the map mean, and know how to plot a point. It's a huge part. For you, it'd be minutes, right? I honestly do not know how to read a civilian map. Like, if you gave me a map, or like latitude and longitude, I could figure it out eventually because I'm not an idiot, but I couldn't just look and be like, yeah, that's what that means.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to read a map at that level, but like I understand like locating yourself on a trail or locating yourself in an area like north, south, east, and west. Like
I guess reading a compass would probably be the first thing.
Like following like points that you've passed that you like are 100% sure of. Like, oh, this is a huge landmark. I passed this, so if I look on the map, I know that I'm right here.
Yeah,
so
here's Mount Rushmore. I know
Yeah.
I'm on top of like fucking Washington's nose.
Yeah.
Washington's on Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
I think so. I'm gonna go with it. He's on there now. If he wasn't, I'm putting him up.
Jesus.
Like, I'm on Mount Rushmore. I'm on its nose. I got this. So like finding that on a map, it's a pretty good step to have. But I'd say like being able to read a map, knowing how to read it, and then a compass. Those are the first two fucking steps.
Let's say the first step would be having a map and compass to begin with.
At least a compass.
You know how many people just walk out in the trails with have no idea what's going on?
Yeah, I deal with it quite often.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's even better when you give them all of that, and then they just still don't know or care enough to look at it and be like, I got a whistle, I'll just blow it when I get lost. Sweet.
That's usually my strategy.
Yeah, I mean, yell loud enough, somebody will come or something.
Did it help you or eat you?
Either way, it's going to be over.
But, okay.
No,
I derailed that, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm ADD kicking in. Yeah, know how to read a map, and then once you know how to read a map, know how to read terrain features. So elevation, depression, what water would look like, what thick-ass brush is going to look like. So you can figure out like what I want to avoid. Or like even if I don't have a GPS or a way to figure out where I'm at exactly on the map, I can look at the terrain like, all right, there's a big-ass hill there, and it's a stream. There's a lot of big-ass hills and streams. All right, this stream has to lead to a river. So follow that fucking stream. You hit a big-ass river, look at the map. Like, oh, hey, there's a big-ass river. And look for a prominent bend or some other terrain feature, correct the two. Like, oh, okay, I'm here. I don't need to know exactly where I need to go, but like, I know the nearest highway is west. Walk fucking west.
Yep.
Something general like that. Obviously for us it gets a little more in depth, but just being able to read those few things can get you out of a fucking pickle pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Like knowing which way your compass is like facing and like knowing which way the map is facing in relation to your compass.
How to read a compass is a huge one.
Yeah.
You would be blown away how many people make it through boot camp where they're taught like how to read a map, how to read a compass, how to plot a point, how to get to points, how to resection, all this stupid shit that they forget within seconds. And then they're like, all right, 360, what the fuck does that mean? Help! Seriously, dude? And then I'll walk up and I'm like, because I know the land, of course, is like the back of my hand because I've been there for fucking, I don't know how many classes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know there's a mailbox 10 feet off the side of the road that way. All right, dude, what you're going to do, you're going to stand right here at this point. All right? Look at your map. What is your... God damn. What's your azimuth? All right, it's 150 degrees. All right, it should be 153-ish. All right, cool, man. Sweet. How far do you need to go? 150 meters. All right, good. That's about where you need to go. Cool. Stand here and face 150 degrees for me. Face is exact opposite. Like his back azimuth. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I was like, yeah, I'm pointing to 150. I'm like, no, Those numbers are your back azimuth. So that's like the dead opposite. Oh. And then faces like due north. I'm like, what? Did you just guess the first time? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. You just happen to be the exact opposite direction of where you need to go. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to point you in the right direction. Hey, like, look, right here, the 150 in black, that's your 150. Perfect. Hold it so these two lines line up and walk that way. What's your pace count? I have no idea. It's probably going to be like about 65, 70. Just take 70 steps. Okay. Every foot? No. Every other foot. What? Walk that fucking way. You'll hit a fucking mailbox. Just please, for the love of God. I don't want to do this 17 times. Takes 10 steps and then just goes like 45 degrees the wrong direction. I'm like, nope, nature will fix it. It is painful, man. It is atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, imagine someone who has no bearing on that just getting lost in the woods on a trail with like...
He's dead.
Yeah, no survival gear, no...
He could be 2 feet from a highway and just be like...
Lighter.
Yeah.
I mean, the military is a whole different ballgame from like the average... Like, I feel like dudes... Well, I mean, like, you guys do some pretty intense stuff.
This is Ryan Billick. I have no...
intense anything?
Nothing I say reflects the military or Marine Corps' view on anything. I had to put that disclaimer out there.
My views are strictly mine and everyone else's.
What he said, but not exactly what he said. Some PR dude's gonna see this, like, yeah, well, Ryan lost his job today.
Ryan's gonna get fired. I mean, you're allowed to talk about land nav because you teach it, so that's cool.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I feel like that's...
As long as we don't get political, we're good, I think.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, do you have any like crazy stories of shit that you've had to deal with? Like, you've been all over the damn world, like what, Japan, Romania? I don't care if it's... I don't know what you're allowed to talk about or not, but...
Everything.
I don't care if it's outdoors or not, but a lot of people, you know...
A lot of it's indoors.
But, you got any crazy stories that are like maybe rated R or NC-17 when you're traveling? I mean, where have you been? You've been like,
I've been to
everywhere.
Romania, I've been all over Romania. I've been to Transylvania, I've been to Bucharest.
Creepy.
Been to Mihail Kugel-Nishiono.
Where's that?
It's a fucking small little airport and U.S. base kind of hub where we fly in and out of. That was where my first deployment was. We sat there. We didn't sit there. We went all over Romania, but we were located there.
I'm sure you actually sat there at some point.
No, I refuse.
Yeah.
Just so I wouldn't have this problem. In Italy, Spain. Italy and Spain was more like I'd fly back and forth every day. We'd do like a little training op and then fly back and forth. Wasn't there for too long. Flew through Germany. Didn't really do anything German, but it was in the airport. I'll tell you that right now.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, great airport.
Just
Wiener Schnitzel, phenomenal. Beer was average. I've been to Korea, the southern type. Japan, mainland, and Okinawa. I've been to Greece. That's about it, I think.
What's the coolest one?
Romania, hands down, was fucking awesome.
Why?
So we did some training with the Romanian Mountain Reconnaissance Brigade.
That sounds ultra awesome.
Yeah, it does. If only I spoke Romanian. No, we spent a couple weeks up there, and we just did like cold weather survival and shit, where we just lived on this mountain, and they had like one little barracks. It was like a shitty fucking hostel. It was like
yeah.
terrible food in very limited quantities. Got to the point where it's like, you guys got any more bread left? And we're just eating cloves of garlic on bread. I'm like, I'm so hungry.
Oh man.
Apparently they don't eat like us.
You don't eat cheeseburgers?
Seriously, what the fuck? At one point they gave us like a whole fish, and I've never had just a fish with like the eyes and everything. I was like, I'm gonna eat this, I'm hungry, but I'm not gonna like it.
It doesn't sound that bad.
Oh, and they only had sparkling water, or like
weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of bubbly water.
Yeah.
I guess now because of seltzers, it might be better.
No.
But no regular flat water, whatever. But no, we had to do.
That's weird.
I know, I don't like it. That's a big European thing. I don't know.
Over here, they just sell it for like $15 a can.
Yeah, they just fucking crank the price up and they're good.
It's novel.
It's European.
Yeah. I am.
No, but then we did.
I am a hot tub.
Oh, that's not the light. Fuck. We did cross-country skiing, which is kind of cool. So like, we just learned to ski with like the oldest skis in existence. Like fucking...
From like World War I?
Oh, by at least. I'm not too good with history, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know where Romania was in World War I, but...
It's pretty true.
If they were there, they used these skis. But yeah, we just took time spending like going around this mountain, fucking high as fucking Bucharest, overwatching like all the fucking just beautiful landscape. Had our packs on, and we're just learning like, hey, this is how you're gonna get around if you need to travel on a mountain with gear. All right, that's cool. And then we did downhill skiing. I'd never skied before, so this is all like brand new to me. I'm like, this is fun. Terrifying is what I meant. I wasn't too
They usually
scared.
go hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, like I was a little nervous, but I was like, yeah. I just learned how to cross-country ski. I assume it's the same thing, just a little faster.
Like, that was like me today.
Yeah, you got to talk over it pretty quick.
Yeah,
And then
about
you
the
realize
first 3 minutes.
It wasn't just straight downhill. You're like, oh, okay, it's just actually uphill. This is terrible. It sucks.
Yeah, well, we got on the trail and I immediately almost ate shit like 5 times, and I was like, oh.
Well, the first half of that trail is just trees, like
Yeah, it was really
this
scary.
far apart. Like you have to like skirt, 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 eek, eek. But the downhill skiing was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because like they're like, hey, you fucking do the pizza to slow down. All right, cool.
I know pizza.
My buddy Richard Coletti, I think it was. He wanted to slow down very quickly, and instead of doing the pizza, he did the curly fry. That's where you pizza, so you turn your feet in, but one ski just twists rapidly. It just fucked his life up. They sent him to the hospital. Like, granted, we're on a top of a mountain, so there's no like, oh yeah, just go ahead, just drive on down, because there's snow everywhere. It was like a fuck ton. I don't know if it's constantly under feet of snow or if there's a blizzard right before we got there or what, but like, you're not just driving off this mountain. And there's no like LZ, there's nowhere for a helicopter to land. So they finally get him off the mountain down to the nearest hospital. And I remember hearing our commanding officer be like, they said, what? I guess they told him that they're going to have to amputate his leg.
Oh my God.
And he's like, nope, call somebody. Not happening. They had to fly him to like the nearest military base and get like a
Oh my God.
legitimate doctor. Like, nah, man, we'll just reset it and he'll be in a cast for a while. They about chopped his leg off.
That's my biggest fear with skiing. Like, I've gone a few times.
Yeah.
And I was like, I understand the risk involved with mountain biking and like kayaking, and like, I know you can die, but like the thought of just going fast down a hill with stuff strapped to your feet and you can just twist your knee off, like, just does not sit well.
Yeah,
with
like
me.
I feel like you're going fast enough and you have this long ass stick on your leg. It could caught and then the front catches and the back doesn't. You're just whipping that shit around.
That scares me. Like,
that's bad.
Like, I'm supposed to go on a ski trip like this in a couple of weeks, and I was like, I will go and I will play with my new like camera gear, and I will hike and I will mountain bike and I will snowshoe, but like skiing is not for me. Because I don't really enjoy it that much.
Oh, you've gone before?
I've gone multiple times.
Okay, well then,
but
yeah,
like,
fuck that. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
It's not that exciting for me, and the risk of it outweighs my enjoyment of it. So it's like, if I blow
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, if I blow my like knee out skiing, that means no mountain biking for a whole year. That means no hiking for probably a whole year. That means no like any of the stuff I like to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll just not ski
Do everything
and
else.
then do all the other stuff that I like. Because I know if I eat shit hard on a mountain bike, like, it's gonna suck and I'll probably break my arm or something. But I like mountain biking.
Yeah,
I
you
like to
enjoyed
do
it.
it.
I was like, yeah, I know the risk,
Even though it's
but the
scary.
reward, it's there.
Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to accept the risk because I like it, but not skiing.
Go snow biking.
I've done
Get a
tire.
fat bike.
I've done that. It's fun.
Oh yeah, the whole family went. You guys didn't invite me. That was fun.
Well,
I
you
enjoyed
live
that.
literally 12 hours
Yeah,
away.
I have enough money to go home occasionally. It's fine.
It's not true.
Who said that? You're not wrong. But- That's how we're seeing my parent-in-law's hot tub.
You'll call me randomly and be like, hey, oh, you should come down this weekend. We're having pizza. I'll be like, give me 12 hours. I'll be right there.
You never show up. It's really disappointing every time. I wait a solid 12 hours.
I'm joking. You ever heard of it?
I was
Satire?
not aware of that.
No, sorry.
Should make that a little more clear next time.
Well, I showed up this time, damn it.
Yeah, I was all surprised. I was like, oh, one of those joke things he keeps talking about.
I'm here. We're partying.
You're lucky I even came out. Oh, it's so cold.
What is cold? We're in a hot tub.
Yeah, my shirt's wet because we're wearing fucking clothes in a hot tub.
Yeah, it's a talk show in a hot tub. It's literally
on a spa.
One of the best ideas I've had today. But we literally got in the hot tub because my legs are just fried from mountain biking for one day because I'm a big sissy.
You got the guy?
The bottle opener?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah. It's around here somewhere.
I got yelled at. I can't get my teeth anymore.
Dude, that's dangerous. That's more dangerous than skiing.
Usually it works out pretty well.
Wrong way.
Yeah, hold on. I'll figure it out.
We're having technical difficulties. Ryan needs to learn how to use a bottle opener.
This is where you insert the stupid screen.
No, this is a Leatherman Skeletal.
That one worked well.
It works amazing. I've had this thing for like 8 years.
The other 3 times, it just bent the cap in different spots until eventually it popped off.
That's because you suck at it.
You bend it backwards. What does this suck at?
It's literally like a carabiner on the end. It's still better than your teeth. Come on. Anyway, back to the topic at hand here, dude. I was going to ask you about cold weather survival. What? I mean, that's not something I have a ton of experience with. Like,
oh, me neither.
Well, I mean, we're literally in Romania doing it, so you have way more experience than me. What do the Romanians teach you about cold weather survival?
So we didn't.
You didn't actually go in the cold. You were like in a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah, that. Well, I don't know if you've seen the Holiday Inn Express in Transylvania, but
I heard it's a big castle full of Draculas.
It's actually really fucking nice and cheap as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no shit, that was awesome. But
I think my beard just froze a little bit out here.
I mean, it's 11:14, so clearly it's cold out.
Clearly, temperature is
really
relative to the temperature.
My phone, watch, nope. They taught us like a little bit, but not like super in depth because we were only there for a week and we had to learn to ski, how to cross country ski, how to downhill ski. We had to. It's more just like, hey, go out with them, follow them around, see what they do. They did like the basics, like, hey, this is how you start a fire, and I wasn't very woodsy as a kid, but like I was a little bit of pyrotechnic, so I was like, oh, I know how to start a fire.
Like that one time we were at your uncle's, my grandfather's house. I know exactly where this is going. How is it? Your mom is my mom's aunt, but so you're like my second cousin or something. And your mom's my great.
Your grandpa is my uncle.
We're like the same age range, so it's range. Like weird.
I'm young.
Yeah, you're like 27. I'm 31.
You're 50 at least.
I feel like it. But we were what? Maybe I was maybe 15.
Yeah, I was probably 13, 14, 12.
So
how old? You're 31?
Yeah. So you're 4 years younger than me.
We're family.
You're the same age as my brother.
Yeah.
So like, they just left us unsupervised, and
which is pretty reasonable for a 12 and a 16-year-old.
No, not with us. So we found some gasoline in the garage, and we had like they had been drinking out by the campfire.
No, our family?
No, never. And so we filled the bottles up with like a quarter full of gas, and we tilted them into the fire pit, and it just started boiling. We're like, this is gonna explode. This is so cool.
Firecracker.
And then it just literally started shooting out like Super Mario fireball.
Yeah, it looked like Mario when he hits the little whatever power up and he just poof, poof,
it would like boil up to the top of the beer bottle, and it would like blow out a flame ball. We started all his patio furniture.
But it didn't happen until they walked out. It was like, was it Busha or was it Grandpa?
I don't know. It was hilarious. We burnt the shit out of all of his patio furniture.
Yeah, I mean, it caught the patio furniture on fire. We turned around, thought it was over, and then like Bird or your mom or somebody was standing out there. I forget who the fuck it was. And it just shoots off again, like out of nowhere. And they're like, what the fuck?
It was like, it made a noise like, it just kept boiling up gas and blowing it up. It was so awesome.
Good times. Don't try it at home. Then do, fuck it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's not good when we get together.
No, never. No, I mean, for us, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just...
It's a bad time.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
The good old days. We should do that right now. We should wrap up the podcast.
Who told us to fucking start a fire?
There's plenty of beer bottles laying around this hot tub right now.
Kerosene.
I'm sure. Yeah, the kerosene fiasco. My nose is still dripping. Like, it dried out my whole throat.
Yeah. I woke up the past 2 days on that couch and was like, oh, my throat's so dry.
Well,
and I was like, am I getting sick?
For people listening, this place is killer.
People are listening?
Yeah, well, at least one or two.
I'm listening, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're here. You have to. You're forced to.
Tell my wife.
Well, that's a different story.
Rim shot.
But yeah, I showed up here, I drove like 10 hours. I got stuck in a fucking blizzard.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 9 hours and 30 minutes.
I've never driven anywhere. I mean, I've driven this drive, not just in North Carolina, but like all over the East Coast a ton of times, like through that big giant, like, what is it? It's like a toll pass through West Virginia. It's like costs like
the fucking tunnel and all that.
$15 to drive through the state of West Virginia.
Just try going Delaware.
But you can still go like pretty fast. You can drive like 70 the whole way.
Careful in the tunnel because like the cops sit like right at the end.
Yeah. So, but I called you or you called me, and I did a podcast in my car with someone. Like it wasn't my podcast, but it was somebody else's podcast.
I fucked it
They
up.
called me. You called me right in the middle of it. I feel bad because the dude was like trying to ask me all these questions. I dropped service like 5 times. You called me. My mom called me. I got like 15 text messages like, ding!
You decided to do a podcast through West Virginia.
Yeah, it was a bad decision on my part. But
people that live in West Virginia decide like, hey, I can't do podcasts. They live there.
But anyway, I'm like, I get into West Virginia, just bust off the Ohio border early in the morning. Bust off through the Ohio border. It's good for like 20 minutes. It starts snowing a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. So I get like an hour in. It's snowing pretty hard, but it's like still visible. Like the visibility is pretty good. And then it's like all of a sudden it just whites out. So I pull off on the exit. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to chill here. There's a restaurant I haven't eaten yet today. I had like a couple pieces of beef jerky. So I pull into like, wanted to go to Shoney's so damn bad because they don't have those in Ohio. And like when we were kids, we'd go to Florida with my grandparents every couple of years.
Yeah, never invite me.
Yeah, well, it's because you're ugly. But we'd go to Shoney's.
Yeah, it's in the blood.
I don't even know what Shoney's tastes like because I haven't been there like
I don't think
8
I've
years.
ever eaten there.
It's probably not good.
I see it a lot, and I'm just like, nah, I'm past.
But every exit was like Shoney's. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna go to Shoney's. I pull off. Probably the only Shoney's in the United States of America that's closed for remodeling.
They can't afford to close.
Yeah. So I'm like, the restaurant next door was like a Chili's. And I'm like, well, this is what it's come to.
Nothing wrong with Chili's.
No, those chicken fingers were great.
I love Chili's.
So I went to Chili's and I waited for the snow to pass. I literally sat there and waited for it to like stop snowing hard. And it was like a normal sunny winter day. Like, cool. Hop back in my car, get on the highway. Literally 20 minutes down the road, complete whiteout. Like, I must have been just following the storm, but it got worse than it was before. And I pull off into
Owl's still creepy as fuck.
Yeah, there's an owl in the window upstairs. It's really creeping us out. And somebody just pulled in our driveway out here, really loud. But so yeah, I'm driving, and it's like I'm just driving real slow. I'm like, I'll just keep going real slow, and whatever happens, happens. And we get to the tunnel.
Who orders a dump truck at fucking 11:30 at night?
North Carolina, man.
Welcome to North Carolina.
We saw like 5 license plates yesterday on the way to the mountain that said like bitch on it.
Bitch.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a bitch. Don't mess with me.
Don't look at me, you bitch.
Yeah, it was really weird, but
I apologize.
It definitely is a dump truck. But yeah, I go through the tunnel into Virginia, and the snow gets worse. I can't even see at all. And so I pull off at like the Welcome Center, and I sat there for like an hour and a half, just like chilling.
Yep.
And it eventually passed, but yeah, it was a gnarly. And then I got into North Carolina, and the temperature went up by like 15 degrees.
It hasn't been bad. It's been like 40s, 50s. I mean, it's a little chilly, but
bad. It's like 30 in Toledo.
Like I said, it hasn't been bad.
Yeah, I thought you said it has been bad.
No, it has not been bad. It's been like 40s, 50s.
You live like 4 hours south of here, so it's usually like 70.
More east, but
really,
yeah, I live like on the coast.
Oh, I don't know shit.
The ocean's 15 minutes away.
Yeah, but anyway, we're probably getting too drunk to continue talking anymore. But you got any final cool stories to send the people off with about your adventures in the wilderness, whether it be like military, whether it be personal?
We'll go back to Romania real quick. for that, we never really talked about what I did.
You skied.
Well, I did ski. I watched the dude like just snap his leg in half. That was pretty cool. Cody, fuck you. Just a reminder.
I'll send it to him.
Yeah, make sure he gets tagged. But we're out there with these like Romanians, and they speak a little bit of English, and like the Romanian they speak is Romanian is very similar to Spanish. It's very Latin derivative, right?
Okay.
Fact check me on that one.
The audience will fact check you.
Somebody will. I was like, yeah, well, that sounds close to Spanish. I speak a little bit of Spanish. All right, so I'm getting along decently well. Most of them speak some sort of English. But there's this one dude that looks like Bear Grylls, and he's just angry all the time. And I assume he's angry. I'm not positive he's angry because he didn't speak English. Not like a fucking word. And if he did, he just refused to speak to us. And I guess he was tasked with like just following me everywhere I went.
I feel that too.
And he's like, insert Romanian for start a fire here. And his buddy was like, he wants you to start a fire. I'm like, okay.
Simple.
Fair enough. So I get like a little teepee going, like a little kindling underneath. And I don't know if I just didn't compensate for the wind or the snow or what, but I couldn't quite get going fast enough. And he was like, started yelling in Romanian. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but you were very angry and I don't know what you're saying. And he like get closer and closer. He's just, I'm like, I don't speak Romanian.
Brother, how can I help you?
And he's getting more and more upset with me. I'm like, dude, just fucking point. I'm like, you do it. He walks over, he's like, lights up immediately. I'm like, I don't know what you changed, but good job. I don't know if you're just using what I did to make me look bad, but whatever. But it turns out this dude's like a survival expert of like beyond means. And he was awesome. Fucking after that, it was hilarious. Like they started translating a lot more than just letting him scream at me in Romanian. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, man.
I'm not yelling. This is how I talk.
Probably was. But we had to get we had to eat, obviously, and they brought out a bunch of pork fat.
Delicious.
And just bread, because they just all they fucking had was bread. They had bread for days, and then random other meats thrown across the days. And he brings out pork fat, and he like slices it super thin, and he hands us all like a slice of pork fat. Okay, there's juice. Yeah, okay. And he has us hold it over the fire until it melts, and we drip it under our bread. I swear to God, it tasted like garlic bread. It was phenomenal. It was the best bread I've ever. Now, I hadn't eaten in a long time, but it was the best thing I've ever had in my life. And you like sit there and you just take a piece of pork fat, cut a slide off, and just light a fire and melt it onto your bread. Delicious. It was so fucking good. I can't get over it.
I feel like we should do that for breakfast in the morning.
I might have some bacon.
Now we're talking.
All right.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for inviting me down, and thanks for drinking with me. And hopefully we can
drink without you.
Yeah, that's true. But hopefully we can send off tomorrow, do some more fun shit. But thanks for coming on the podcast and sitting in this hot tub.
Anytime.
Drinking all my beer.
That's what I'm here for.
And next time you come to Toledo, we'll go mountain bike again. Maybe I won't be slow as shit.
Hopefully, because I'll look cool.
All right, that's it.
It's been a fun paw on a spa.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of the Aptitude Outdoors Podcast here on YouTube. If you can, help me out, go down below, hit that subscribe button, and also, if you'd be so kind as to ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode of the Aptitude Outdoors Podcast, I'd greatly appreciate it. I want to thank my cousin Ryan for coming on and sharing all of his crazy-ass stories from his military travels around the world. We got a lot of F-bombs in there. We got a lot of talk about my butt for some reason. And I'm not sure why we did it in the hot tub, but damn, it was fun. And I kind of want to apologize for the snotty booger sounds happening through the podcast. As we mentioned in the episode, we got like poisoned by a kerosene heater in the basement of the house we were staying at. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but I want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.